Hi everyone. So we need to move our chickens. They've been in the same spot on our garden for 2 weeks now, and we're not going to move them off the garden. We're just going to move the coop. So the coop is not actually on the garden. It's on our yard beside the garden, and they've already eaten all the grass and it's pretty worn down. So we're just going to shift them down a little ways. And then we also need to build some new roosts inside the coop and maybe move some around, because it doesn't seem to be working where we have them. A lot of them roost in the outside coop, and so when it comes winter time, they're gonna need to be inside because it will get pretty cold. So we are gonna make some adjustments to that, and we thought we would share that with you today. I also wanted to say, I know part of our name, the Killer Miller Chicks Homestead, is because I have a love for true crime, and so I wanted to share my sweatshirt, Crime Junkies. This is by far my favorite podcast. Women in Crime runs a really close second though. Those are two wonderful true crime podcasts if you are interested in true crime. So here is currently what our coop looks like. A lot of them have been sleeping in the nesting boxes at night, which is causing a problem because they're also using it for a toilet. So we definitely need to get them out of there. They have these roosts on this side, but they're one on top of the other. And so I think that is obviously a problem. They don't like to use the bottom one. And then we have the same thing on the other side. One roost on top of the other. We do have a roost down underneath the nesting boxes. I don't think they use that very often. So we'll see what we can come up with. And hopefully we can find something that they will use, but I'll share that with you. We started this project by first removing the old roosts that we will no longer use. We went down to the barn where we keep all of our wood so that we could find the pieces we wanted to use for this roost and cut them to the appropriate sizes. Then we will take them back to the coop to put it together. We used some old tobacco drying sticks for the chickens to perch on. We took an old piece of wood down to the coop and marked it up for how we want our pieces of wood cut so that we will use it for a template for the actual pieces we will use on the roost. Now that we have all our pieces of wood cut, we've headed back down to the coop and we are going to start assembling the new roost. It was hard to get some good shots of what we were doing inside this small coop, but hopefully you can see it. Finished product of the new roost. We'll come in here later on tonight and see if they're using it. But for now, we need to get this coop moved. So now that project is complete. We have moved our coop to a new spot so that there's fresh grass underneath the coop, and we put all the new roosts in the coop. So hopefully the chickens will start to use those. I'll probably come out here when it gets dark and see if any of them are in there on the new roosts, and I'll let you know. Thanks for hanging out with us again today. We'll see you next time. Still have chickens in here. Doesn't look like as many. Let's see. Guess one does sit over there. Look, they're using the new roost. That is awesome. And everyone else is up there on the old roost. Oh, looks like we got one bird still in a nesting box, darn it. That's pretty promising though. Hopefully as it gets cold, these others will move in there too.